a list of things he needs to achieve, a list of things he needs to do for them to allow him back into the fold. And the recent thing now is that even a lot of people who spoke against Kyrie Irving before now, the likes of Stephen A. Smith, the likes of LeBron James, Jalen Brown, because even Nike, they've ended their partnership with him, and there's the likelihood that that partnership might never be resurrected. They're all coming out to say the Brooklyn Nets are too hard on Kyrie Irving and all that, that you don't need to go that extra mile to ensure that Kyrie Irving is brought back into the fold. Now, let me start with Anthony. Do you think the Brooklyn Nets are going overboard with Kyrie Irving?
Yeah, obviously, we all know since last season, it has all been drama with the Brooklyn Nets. I keep saying this: if the Brooklyn Nets don't want Kyrie, then they should let him go. You understand? Because I feel those things they obviously gave him to do before he should be back into the game are actually too much. You understand? Because Kyrie has already apologized, but whereby the team is saying they have to go further. You understand? It looks like as if they actually want to kick him out of the league. You understand? I know there was a rumor going that Kyrie wants to retire and all that, but Kyrie has come out to say that's a lie. You understand? But what I feel is just that Brooklyn Nets wouldn't have made this a big drama. You understand? The same thing that happened with Ime Udoka's situation, where Celtics were not being able to cover up what happened. You understand? They allowed it to get to the media and they made it a big drama. You understand? I just feel that the Brooklyn Nets would have just at least make it just be like a 3 to 4 days something and just, you understand, just end it. But it's too Kyrie, you understand? After Kyrie pulls this one, we don't know what he's going to pull next. You understand?
So Kenny, for you, initially they said they suspended him for 5 games without pay, but now they are saying it might be longer unless he's able to, achieve all that they said, which part of it is going to go through some certain training and all that.
Training.
Yeah, exactly. They need to rehabilitate him. Do you think they are going overboard, or is everything just right?
It hurts me when I see how that brother Kyrie is being disrespected. It hurts me. As much as what he did was actually wrong, there are better ways to handle it. I mean, I saw he has to go to some rehabilitation. He has to meet the Jewish elders and
exactly meet the Jewish elders.
Why is he meeting the Jewish elders? So I think it's very interesting, and it's really going to tell them if they're not careful. The same thing happened. They put the blame on Kyrie when they couldn't actually do well last season, and this season, if it ends that way, is just like Anthony said, they want to force him out of the league. It's so obvious because I don't think Kyrie will prefer retiring than doing all of what he's been told to do. And Josiah is even making himself look awkward in the media. Josiah a couple of days ago said that
they met with Kyrie and his family for discourse and all that. That he can say for certain is not anti-Semitic and all that.
This is what he should have done earlier. Not coming out to say that it was more like it was the old board of Brooklyn against their own player. And as a board, you should try to defend your player, not stupidly defend, but there are ways to defend Kyrie that would have. That's it. When Kevin Durant said that the ball shouldn't have lingered too much on the issue, there should have been. That's it, because it's affecting the game. It's going to affect the game going forward. I think there has to be so much respect on Kyrie. If it was LeBron, it wouldn't be this hard.
I think
sure.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Well, as in, with all due respect, LeBron would never do what Kyrie did, that's for sure. But Anthony went to say something.
Yeah, I remember the time that Kyrie was pushing this mental health something and all that, and the fans were against him, that why should he come out because of mental health and all this, you understand? And people didn't actually respect his decision. And today, the media has come out and said that Kyrie is promoting this thing, whereby he didn't have any intention towards that. He just obviously retweeted something that really got. So I just felt that the Nets should be able to obviously find a way to cover up everything, you understand? But the people on the board are really making it a big deal.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question. How far do you think they can go to cover him up? This is a player that is not a player that probably does something once and we don't see anything again. This is a guy that still this year, a couple of months ago, he brought out, some videos of years ago about someone spewing some unnecessary, conspiracy theory and all that. And last year, whether he likes it or not, it's one of the reasons why they didn't do so well. The fact that he didn't want to take the vaccine, and he was talking about why I want to have control of what gets into my body, and he was spewing some unnecessary conspiracy theory, which was what he also posted a couple of months ago. Don't you think the Brooklyn Nets are not really going overboard with it? Because we know Kyrie he will still
They
do
are-
something
they are-
else.
They are going overboard with the Kyrie situation. That is just one truth. I think it's matter of Joshua being this money man. He's looking at it from the financial aspect. He knows how it's probably going to affect Brooklyn financially if the whole world is against, and look, it's all started from the sponsorship deal being cancelled. Talking about Nike. So I feel as much as Kyrie, this is not the first time Kyrie is actually like making some funny or some very controversial remarks. I really feel that it's something that we shouldn't have taken that serious. Of course, Kyrie actually came out to say what he did doesn't mean it's actually in line with. It's just the type that
he
he
said
wants to know more. Do you understand? So I think we should have just ended it at that point. And people saying that a player did that and this was what happened to him. Come on, we've had decisions. We've seen situations whereby what happened to one person. The way it's being treated is different from the way it's going to be treated to the other person. So I think there are some players that are meant to be respected. There are some players that, regardless of what they do, I'm not talking about overlooking what they do. Regardless of what they, you should try to protect them. You should try to make them understand that okay, this what you've done. Please try to stop it. Don't let it happen again. So talking about Kyrie. Kyrie has actually come out to, or he has come out to, control the whole situation, saying, no, it was misconstrued, it was misunderstood, and that's the truth. Retweeting, I can retweet anything, doesn't mean I'm actually, in line with whatever I'm retweeting.
I also want to add this. I think Kyrie is trying to like obviously let the players know how good you're gonna like how your influence will grow when you get to be a kind of player Kyrie is, because we know that LeBron is I don't want to put it out there that it's LeBron that owns the NBA, but we know that LeBron's decision in the NBA is actually that green light.
No, you can put it out there. He owns the
You
NBA.
understand? So I feel like Kyrie just wants to show that influence, that if you're able to build yourself to that top, you understand? Because of if you're really not happy with this kind of player, then why don't you let him go? You understand? Because if like you're trying to say Kyrie should not play for 5 games, he's suspended for 5 games and he's not going to get paid. This guy last season actually didn't play for how many games? You understand? Leaving how many millions on the table? So I just feel like if you're not going to be able to deal with this kind of player, you should let him go than trying to put out a narrative to make the whole world feel like he did something wrong because of he's just sticking to what he believes in.
All right, yes, those are strong words from Anthony and Kenny Bamde. They are really backing Kyrie this evening. I'm pretty sure some people get a hold of you too right now.